Hello and welcome. Today we are taking a look under the hood of one of the world's fastest growing major economies. We're going to find out what's really powering India's incredible economic journey.
So let's start with just a number, fourth. What does that even mean? Well, as it turns out, it's a pretty big deal.
That's right. India has climbed the ranks to become the fourth largest economy on the entire planet. Now, this isn't just some random headline. It's the result of some seriously powerful forces at work, forces that are shaping a whole new economic reality.
And that right there is the big question. What are these engines? In this explainer, we're going to break down three of the biggest ones: the central bank's master plan, an absolutely massive digital revolution in finance, and of course the constant flow of global money.
Okay, first up, let's meet the chief engineer of this whole operation, the Reserve Bank of India, or the RBI. Its main job is to keep this delicate balance between keeping prices stable and making sure the economy grows. And let me tell you, it has a really fascinating set of tools to get it done.
Now, this gives us a peek at the RBI's entire control panel. I know, it looks a little complex, but these are basically all the levers the central bank can pull to steer the economy. Let's break down the two main kinds of tools they have in their back pocket.
So the toolkit is kind of split in two. On one side, you've got quantitative tools. Think of these as controlling the main water valve for the whole system. They decide the total volume of money out there. Then you've got the qualitative tools, which are more like sprinklers. They direct the flow of credit to specific parts of the economy that need it, like farming or small businesses.
All right, let's zoom in on two of the most powerful of these tools. The repo rate, that's the rate the RBI lends money to banks. It's like opening the tap to pump cash into the system. And the reverse repo rate is the exact opposite. That's when the RBI borrows from banks, basically soaking up any extra cash. Both are absolutely crucial for managing inflation.
But here's the thing. Managing the economy isn't just about turning these financial taps on and off. The RBI also has to protect the value of its reserves. And lately, it's been rolling out a plan that's a little more, well, golden.
And this chart just lays it all out. A decade ago, gold was only about 7% of India's foreign reserves. Fast forward to today, and that share has more than doubled to 15%. This wasn't an accident. It's a major, deliberate shift in strategy. So, why the big bet on gold?
Look, this isn't just about liking shiny things. It is pure strategy. The RBI is doing what a lot of central banks are doing, diversifying away from the US dollar to lower their risk. By stocking up on gold, India is shielding its reserves from crazy currency swings and using a classic playbook to fight inflation. It's all about preserving financial firepower on the world stage.
All right, let's shift gears to our second engine, the digital revolution. Technology isn't just changing how we talk to each other. It is completely rewriting the rules for how hundreds of millions of Indians handle their money every single day.
And right at the heart of this whole thing is something called UPI, the Unified Payments Interface. For anyone who's used it, you know its magic is how simple it is. You scan a code, punch in a PIN, and bam, the money's gone. It's transferred instantly, securely from one bank to another, in seconds. It has totally changed the game for everyday payments.
But the innovation doesn't stop there. The RBI is already looking at the next frontier, a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Just imagine the rupee, not as a physical note in your wallet, but as a digital file on your phone, issued and backed directly by the central bank itself. Now, this isn't a cryptocurrency. It's the official currency, just reimagined for a digital world.
And this brings up a huge question, right? As our lives get more and more digital, is it inevitable that our money will too? A CBDC could be way more efficient and secure, but it also opens up a whole new conversation about things like privacy and control.
Okay, our third and final engine is the flow of global capital. Because let's be real, no economy grows in a bubble. India's story is deeply tied to its ability to attract money from all over the world. But you have to understand, not all foreign money is created equal.
This table breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have foreign direct investment, or FDI. Think of this as sticky money. It's long-term cash used to build factories or buy into companies. On the other side, you've got foreign portfolio investment, FPI. This is hotter money, it flows into stocks and bonds for quick returns, and it can flow out just as fast. India needs both, but managing them is a real balancing act.
Of course, none of this is easy. Steering a massive economy like India's means you're constantly navigating risks and making some really tough trade-offs. Even the smartest strategies have potential downsides.
Let's circle back to that gold strategy for a second. While it definitely provides stability, it also comes with what you might call golden handcuffs. Gold isn't as liquid as cash. You can't just sell tons of it in a snap. Plus, it earns zero interest. It literally just sits in a vault. And as you can imagine, storing and securing all that physical gold costs a fortune. It's a calculated trade-off between safety and making a return.
So we end up right back where we started, but now with a much deeper understanding. India is armed with new digital tools, sophisticated central banking strategies, and it's looking more and more attractive to global investors. But it's also facing those timeless challenges of managing risk and making sure that all this growth is actually stable and sustainable. How it balances all these forces? Well, that's what will define its economic future.